The Millionaire Dilemma. Let's say you win the lottery tomorrow and they will give you $1 million. What are you going to do with that money? Let's say you have four options. One option is that $1 million goes towards your savings account. The other option is you buy $1 million house without a mortgage. The third option is that you use that money to buy an investment portfolio. For instance, you buy a diversified stock portfolio. And the last and final option is that you use that $1 million to buy a cryptocurrency portfolio. So why is this the Millionaire Dilemma? Because each of the options that I described have their challenges. Let's say you put $1 million in your savings account. Think about how long it will take for you not to be a millionaire anymore. So let's say you go on a vacation and you look at your bank statement and you see $1 million. You think, hey, I can use part of that money. Maybe you also want to celebrate that you won the lottery. And the reality is you probably won't be a millionaire quite quickly. The other option was you buy a house, $1 million house without a mortgage. The reality is that $1 million house will probably over time appreciate in value. So in reality, chances of you not becoming a millionaire are fairly small. However, you probably need a significant income to support that house. $1 million house also requires quite some maintenances, and you need to have the income to facilitate all these costs. So $1 million house does not give you more freedom. It requires you maybe even to work harder. And in the third option, you buy a diversified stock portfolio. You will get a return on that portfolio that is much higher than your savings account. You will probably earn something like 8% per year, $80,000 a year. That should be enough to pay for increased lifestyle expenses. But what if you don't buy a stock portfolio, but you buy a cryptocurrency account? The reality is that cryptocurrency is much more risky. So you either can have a big success or a big fail. So I would not be happy if I would have all my money in such a high risky investment, because then you are a millionaire one day and in the next day when you look at your investment account, the value has dropped or increased significantly and will give you quite some stress as well. And you also run the risk that you lose it all. So you want to avoid that. The Millionaire Dilemma gives you quite some valuable information on how you can manage your money, because having $1 million in your bank account is very different than having $1 million in a cryptocurrency account. And having $1 million house without a mortgage is very different than having $1 million diversified stock portfolio. So think about, what if you would win the lottery? How would you manage your money? Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. And click on the bell to get a notification when I upload a new video. If you want to ask a question, do so via the comment section and I will answer as soon as possible. Thank you and see you next time.